Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Public Utilities Commission meeting Tuesday, June 9th, 6 p.m. Via Zoom. Jace, roll call, please.
Hassan, Quorum, Hall.
Here.
Nolan.
Here.
Preisel.
Here.
Tewinkle.
Here.
Wecken.
Here.
All right, thanks, Jace. We'll go on to number 2, approval of the May 12th, 2020 meeting minutes.
I have a correction. Under other business for information purposes only, I think that's where I asked about the status of the Lake Malibu Dam documents.
Yeah, with the grant.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll make the motion to approve the minutes with the correction.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. And now we'll move on to the May 26th, 2020 meeting minutes. Any other changes for that?
Move to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you.
Who made the motion for the May 12th meeting?
I
That
did.
was, and who made the second?
I think Pat and I
it was
did
a
at the
tie.
same time. Both did, yes.
Okay, that's good. I heard two voices.
You guys both get credit for that.
Trophy?
Moving on to number 3.
Who made the motion for the May 22nd?
I did.
Yeah, I
26.
seconded it. 26.
Yep, Joyce, and then Mary made a second.
I don't believe Mary can make a second on that.
Really?
No, according to that 1983 document, North Hudson cannot make a motion or a second. Or
Okay,
both.
so
We need a second. We need another second on the May
Okay.
26th.
I thought I.
second that.
Okay.
Got it, heard.
all in
Thank
favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Kip, we should take a look at that.
It's
from a
there.
governance standpoint.
Yeah, we can.
Make sure that Mary's
I
on the
thought
same-
it was just North Hudson could not be an officer of the commission.
North Hudson, according to that agreement, I don't think I have it on my computer here. I can send everybody the agreement.
You know what? It did say you didn't have a vote.
Yeah, that the representative does not have a vote. So if you don't have a vote, then you can't
Yep.
make a motion or a second at that point.
So
So
then
So
I
she-
shouldn't even be voting for anything that you guys decide on.
correct. Yeah.
Does she count towards a quorum?
Not it.
No, because she doesn't have a vote.
Okay.
Oh, so
Well,
not
we're
even
glad
that.
you're here, Mary.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad I am too.
Oh, we want you here, Mary.
Yeah. No, you don't.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kip, if you can send that out to everybody.
Yeah, I
so
can send
everybody-
that out tomorrow.
That'd be perfect. Okay, number 3, discussion of possible action on Hudson Public Utilities 2019 Compliance Maintenance Annual Report. Kip, go ahead.
Okay, so you've got, it should be in your packets. This is our CMAR, which is our Compliance Maintenance Annual Report for 2019. So we're always a year behind on our reporting because we obviously need that, the end of the year data, things like that. The main page that you really want to look at would be the second to the end. I don't know what page it is in your packets, but it's basically, it's the grading summary. We did get a letter. We do have a 4.0 grade point average down there. So every section, influent, DOD, TSS, ammonia, phosphorus, biosolids, staffing, operator certification, financial, and collection are all A's in there, which gives us a 4.0 grade point average. I would like to take this time and thank and congratulate the staff that works down there. Obviously, working in a wastewater treatment plant is not the most glamorous thing that you can do. But the staff that we have down there really takes pride in what they do. And obviously the CMAR, being a 4.0, shows that they take that pride. So I would just like to, as long as this is on, recorded and things, I would like to just mention their names and just, give them a big thank you from myself and also from the utility. So lead operator Joe Intihar, and then the operator is James Naparilla, Wendy Crusoe, Taylor Strand, and Kian Steffi are the ones that are responsible that do the work in, daily down there, weekends, holidays when they get called in, 2 o'clock in the morning when they have an issue, with a lift station. They're the ones that are going in. And because of their dedication to this, that's why we are getting a 4.0 down there. So I just want to really thank them and tell them how much we do appreciate them. So.
Yeah, do the same thing from the commission as well, Kip.
Yes.
That's incredible.
Excellent job. I've got a question.
Yeah.
At the bottom of page 5 and continuing on page 6, it says, "Did your facility accept hauled industrial waste, landfill leachate, etc.?" And it says that you received landfill leachate from the town of Hudson. What does that mean?
We receive, there's an agreement with the town of Hudson and the city of Hudson it's older than dirt, that we accept the leachate from that landfill. So Pinky's hauls that in. I'm trying to find exactly where it is in here. I don't have the page numbers like you guys do. So, but yeah, we do accept that. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. It's question 6.2.
Okay. I found it.
So this is coming from the landfill. It's not coming from people's septic systems.
Oh, it's the landfill leachate.
Okay.
Great question.
All right.
Jason.
Thank you.
So,
Any other questions?
yeah, any other questions? Otherwise, we would be looking for a motion on that CMAR.
To approve it?
Yes.
Because this does become official record. So we will, as soon as it's approved, we'll be sending it down to the DNR to be part of our file.
Okay.
Motion to approve the 2019 compliance maintenance annual report.
Move to approve.
Have a second.
Nice job, Pat. We're on that again.
We'll give that one to Pat.
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Kip, number 4, project updates and project status report.
Let's see the commercial. We are starting the commercial and residential cross connection inspection program. We will be sending out. I believe they went out yesterday. It's either this Monday or next Monday. They will be sending out. HydroCorp will be sending out the letters to the households that we have to do yet. We've got about roughly 1,400 of them that need to be done yet this year. So we're going to just kind of play it by ear and see how many we get back, who's interested or who will actually let the HydroCorp come in their home. We did add a bunch of stuff to the letters that are going out to the households, just talking about how the guys will be wearing masks, they will be wearing gloves, they will be trying to be as safe as they possibly can, keeping their 6 feet of difference, things like that. So I guess we're just going to see how it goes. HydroCorp's ready to go with the state opening back up. We thought, we got to get going on this project. We don't want this to take, for the rest of the summer. So we're just going to kind of see how it goes, and hopefully we get a great response. If we don't, then we'll just have to deal with what we want to do, if we aren't getting responses. So they will receive the first letter. If we don't get a response from them, then they receive the second letter, I believe 14 days later, 10 or 14 days later. And at that point, if there is no response, then I get a list of non-responders. And that's normally when we would go out and start hanging a door hanger, or pasting something on their front door to say, hey, we're trying to get a hold of you, things like this. So I guess we're just going to see how this plays. We're going to be as aggressive as we can, but not aggressive that we are making people uncomfortable. So if they don't want us in the home for some reason, we're completely fine with that. The other thing that we are going to be offering, if we need to, would be to city staff. If they're not comfortable having an outside company come into their home, and if they feel a little more comfortable having city staff go into their home and change the meter and do the inspection, we are going to offer that at some point. It's just not going to be a first option, because we don't want to be inundated with hundreds and hundreds of these for city staff when we are hiring workforce to do this. So we've got a plan in place, so we're just going to kind of see how it goes. The State Highway 35 project, that's pretty much at a standstill with the state. That the design phase is done. Everything is sent down to them. Now they put everything into a package, and then they start getting it ready to go out to bids. So we'll know more about that later this summer. The wastewater treatment plant improvement, obviously, as many of you probably heard, that was accepted at the June 1st City Council meeting. So the documents are out right now, being signed by Magny. Once they're signed by Magny, they'll be coming back for the mayor's signature. We do have a pre-con meeting set up with Magny next Tuesday on June 16th. So it'll be me, the building inspector, the city engineer, everybody that needs to be there will be on that meeting. So we start getting timelines on when they plan on starting, what their process is going to be, and how they're going to do this. So we'll have a lot more information on this starting after next week, after that meeting. Utility storage building, that's just at a standstill right now, and the Wisconsin Street Tower rehab will be starting next week also. All the communications are off of that tower now at this point, and they went on a temporary tower. So we're waiting just for the contractor to come in, and once they come in, then they'll get going on that. So that's the status report.
Any questions from any of the commissioners?
Is there a status on the Clean Water Fund loan for the wastewater treatment plant?
Clean Water Fund loan is, that's actually, once the contractor was picked and we knew the final number. So Nate Day through SEH is actually working through that now. So all the numbers will be put into the documents. It's still on track. I don't know what the last I heard was it was a 1.67% interest rate, I believe, somewhere right in there. So we're still getting a really good interest rate on that. We are hoping to be closing on this, or closing that loan out. I think we are shooting for September, somewhere in there. And once that closes out, we're figuring we're not going to be making payment until the end of the project. So it'd be the first one after the end. So it'd be 2022 before we'd be making our first payment. That's the way we're thinking it's going to lay out. But once the documents get in, and once they start processing everything, through the Clean Water Fund, then we'll find out more at that point.
So what kind of pay schedule is Magny looking for? It's not coming through until next year.
No, it'll be September. Basically, how this works is, so if Magny starts next week, we have our pre-con. So let's say they want to start Wednesday, right after our pre-con, that's fine. What happens is we will actually front the money until September, okay? And then at that point, once that loan document is signed, all that, whatever we fronted gets turned into the loan, and then we get reimbursed for that right away. So we will have to front some money on that. We know that. It's just timing,
okay,
when they want to start and things like that. But and then once that's signed, all of the pay requests from Magny would just come through us for approval, and then at that point, the state actually, either we pay it and then the state pays us back immediately, or the state or the Clean Water Fund just pays it at that point. I'm unsure exactly how that pay is going to work, but yeah, there is a chance that we'll front a little bit, for a couple months. But then once everything's signed, the loan would kick in. But when I say that we wouldn't have to repay anything until we would not have to start repaying our principal until sometime that we're thinking sometime in 2022.
When the project's complete.
Yeah, the project has to be substantially completed. And what that means is basically the project, it's, 95% done. There might be some grass that needs to be redone or some, a little bit of blacktop, maybe just depending on the schedule, time of year, things of that. But it has to be substantially completed by, I think it's the end of October in 2021. So once it's at substantial completion, then we would actually close the loan, and then we would start making our payments we make two payments a year. And I want to say it's February and August or something like that, where we make our payments. So that would put us into 2022.
Thank you.
But we'll know. We'll get an actual schedule. Once everything goes through, once the documents are signed, things like that. So.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions? If not, we'll move on to number 5, other business for informational purposes only or for upcoming agenda. Kip,
I do not have anything.
other commissioners?
No, nothing.
Go ahead, Pat.
No, I don't have anything, so go ahead.
Okay. So we should get that storage, that building back on, Kip. You get that figured out. So if people can let Kip know their thoughts on that before the next meeting so we can have a good discussion and get that going again. And then also, Mary, did you have something in regards to the dam, the North Hudson Dam?
No, we already covered that because that was in the
Minutes.
meeting minutes.
Okay.
Yeah,
very
we
good.
won't know anything on that until the state has all the paperwork now. So now it's just a matter of waiting for them to process, and then finding out, if we get any money for that.
Okay.
For the dam. So,
Be nice.
and obviously once that comes in, I'll let you guys know one way or another.
Okay. Very good. If not, we'll move on to number 6, Kip, sewer utility and water utility cash reports.
You've got those in there. Sewer is up a little bit and water is just down a little bit. Billing is just going out, I believe, soon.
August.
Soon.
We just had a billing.
Yeah, we just had a billing, so I'm not sure if everything's in yet on the billing either.
Okay. Commissioners, questions about that? That's for informational purposes only. If not, we'll move on to number 7, discussing the possible action on claims.
Yep, I've got one.
Okay, go ahead, Mary.
The bulk water system, the new system that's being put in,
Yep.
I noticed last meeting there was a $500 computer charge, and then this month it's over 11,000 for the system. I was wondering what you thought the return on investment would be for this system and the maintenance costs and other kind of things. I know that last time I could be wrong here, absolutely wrong. Last time I saw was $465 in August of 2016 to purchase tokens. So I'm just trying to figure out how much more cost would be for this updated system and what the return on investment would be.
Basically what the system is, it's computerizing everything. So we got rid of the tokens. Even though the tokens seem cheap, we actually lose, and Jace I don't know if he's got probably doesn't have a number on it, but we sell tokens by the 100, 50 or 100, somewhere in there. A lot of the companies that are using these, they're losing them, so we're not getting them back. We're actually getting tokens that aren't even ours that are being used in the system, things of that nature. The billing on it, at that point, they come in, they're either paying cash for tokens, or Jace has to take all their information down and then we send it to them. And it just depends on, some of these contractors got 5, 6, 10 people that are using tokens. What this system does is it pretty much They get a PIN number, they go up, they enter their PIN number in, they can get as much water or as little water as they want. It's all calculated right out onto the computer, and then it comes right back to Jace. Well, it's not back to Jace yet. We're working on it.
Yep.
But eventually it will be coming right back to Jace, where he just prints a bill out and it gets sent out.
Yep.
It's just the way to go. We're spending a lot of time out there with staff because they were having issues with like I said, people are using tokens from the county fair, and they're jamming. They all look the same. They're all gold and they look like a token, and whatever, they're throwing them in there. Staff was running out there 2-3 times a week because things are getting jammed up with the tokens. It wasn't very accurate, that's for sure. This will be way more accurate, so we'll get a way better count of that. And over time, it's just the way to go. So try to simplify everything and make everything a little bit easier on everyone.
Thank
Mary,
you.
we would rather have these contractors use the bulk water system instead of the metered fire hydrants, which were being used in the past, because a lot of these contractors were pretty abusive with the fire hydrants, and to repair or even replace a fire hydrant would cost well into the thousands of dollars. Yeah. So it's to get these contractors off of our fire hydrants.
Yeah, we don't allow them on our hydrants anymore.
Yeah.
No. So the only way we
make them go out there.
Right, and the only way we could get them water would be to use this water station. And like Kip said, it was unreliable, and a lot of time and money was spent to make sure that thing was working properly the way it was working. So.
Oh, great. Thank you both. Great explanation. I appreciate it.
Kip, do you have any date on when the last time that was upgraded?
Oh,
What, the bulk water?
I don't know. Probably when
was
well
installed?
was put in, would be my guess.
Okay.
We've had
We've had repairs on that thing. I don't know how many times. It's like I said, it breaks down, and part of the problem is when it breaks down, then we're losing revenue. We need somebody to come out and get it. And contractors, they're doing a project in town. Well, now they've got to run to River Falls and get it, because we will not let them use our fire hydrants. So now they're running to a different city to get it. Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing it's as old as Well 8.
It is. Right. It's the original. It was the original system.
Right.
Okay. Very good. So 16 years.
Yeah. 2003.
Yeah. So the old system definitely paid for itself.
It will.
No, that's great. Thank you both again for the explanation. I really do appreciate it.
Anything else on claims?
That's it for me.
Other
Move to
commissioners?
approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. And number 8, adjournment.
Move to adjourn.
And a second?
Come on, Kurt, jump in there.
Oh, we're having so much fun. Nobody wants to leave.
Got it, Pat. You got it.
I can't, so.
She can't adjourn.
Well, you do ask good questions, Mary. I have to say, I appreciate your questions.
Thank you.
Is there a second on adjournment?
Pat did.
Pat did.
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a great
Thank you.
you,
Have a good
everybody.
night.
Bye.
Bye.
Sorry about the confusion there.